This is part 4 of Psalms 139, the 4 O's. This is the final part in which we're going to be talking about output, our human response. We're going to be covering 4 major points and talking about verses 19 through 24. So without further ado, let's get into it. Verse 19 says, "O God, if only you would destroy the wicked. Get out of my life, you murderers." In this verse, David rejects evil and desires loyalty to God, which leads me to my first bullet point. In the same way that David rejects evil, we should do the same and desire and give our loyalty to God. This is also a sign of obedience, as God says to turn away from evil and go to Him. Moving on, verses 20 through 22 says, "Enemies misuse your name. O Lord, shouldn't I hate these who hate you? Shouldn't I despise those who oppose you? Yes, I hate them with total hatred, for your enemies are my enemies." In this verse, David is directly speaking to God through prayer, which leads me to my second bullet point. This prayer is for God to examine the heart honestly. You see, David asked God if it is right for him to hate those who hate God. Moving on, verse 23 says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me, and I know my anxious thoughts." Which leads me to my third bullet point. We need the same willingness as David to be corrected and guided by God. You see, in this verse, David is directly asking the Lord to test him. Moving on, the final verse says, "Point out anything in me that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life." Which leads me to my fourth and final bullet point. We need to desire to walk in God's everlasting ways. You see, in this verse, David is asking God for the correct path to everlasting life. David doesn't want to continue living in sin. Instead, he wants to turn away and give his loyalty to God. Which leads me to my takeaway. Knowing who God is should change how we live. This is because knowing God is something we shouldn't take advantage of, but instead savor it. We should be keen to be disciplined, corrected, and guided by God. If you enjoyed this series, please make sure to let me know down below. But before you click off this video, I want to give you the summary statement of all the parts. Because God is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent, and because of the way we are to turn away from sin and give our output, we as believers are called to live with honesty, trust, humility, and obedience. And Psalms 139 shows us this. But don't just take my word for it. Go read it for yourself and allow for God to speak to you. If you made it to the end of this video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more series like this. And if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you for your time.